Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mickey Sightings on this Monday night Walt Disney World Trip Recap. How are you guys doing? Hope everyone is doing great. We're going to have a good time tonight, some discussion and some looking over some of the merch that we picked up while we were at Walt Disney World this past week. And talk a lot about a little bit of the news that's out there and just do some general chat. So hopefully you guys are doing great. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. It's so good to see Destination Chronicles in the house right now. And Sherry with Surfer Girl 326 saying, hey, everybody. Let me get my comments pulled up here so that I can kind of see what's going on. I am flying solo tonight. Becca, she is not in the mood tonight to be on a live stream. She is watching a movie. And Susie is doing Cyber Monday shopping as we speak. So glad I'm off tomorrow so I can be in the chat. That's right, Sherry. That is awesome. I'm glad you're off tomorrow too. Last time we streamed, you had to be at work at 4 a.m. So you couldn't hang on very long. So awesome. So we got a lot to talk about, and it'll be pretty much my perspective since it's my show tonight, right? And but we had a really nice time. We did. It's still, and Susie actually is in the chat, and Mini Fan says hi. So there she is. So I hope the chat quality, I hope the video quality is good with everybody kind of in the house right now online, and now me streaming. I hope it all works out okay. But we had a really nice time, as I said. It was great. It was really neat being at Walt Disney World again for Thanksgiving. Last year we were up in the North Georgia mountains, and the year before we were at Walt Disney World. So it's kind of a pseudo tradition to be at Walt Disney World for Thanksgiving, and it was a lot of fun. Interestingly enough, it wasn't as busy as I really thought it was going to be. Everybody had talked about, the crowds and how crazy it was going to be. Now, I will say that we were not at Epcot on Friday, which was when the festival holiday started. So I'm sure that was really busy. I know a lot of our friends were over there. We had made our reservations for Hollywood Studios. When we found out a lot of our folks were going to be going over there, we tried to move our reservation, but all four parks were full on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And even on Thursday and Friday, there weren't annual pass spots open or resort spots open. So it was busy as far as the reservation system is concerned, but it just didn't seem real busy. And it's kind of funny because Jackie was super enthused. She was vlogging at Magic Kingdom when we were there on Thanksgiving Day, and I was watching her video this morning, and she actually even made the comment that it wasn't as busy as she thought it would be, and it wasn't. It was a very nice day at Walt Disney World. Of course, the weather was phenomenal. We couldn't have had better weather. It was a little warm, I guess you could say. I mean, it was like 80 or 81, which is kind of warm whenever it's been a little bit lower up here, but it wasn't bad at all. And then it got down into the 60s at night, so it was really nice. And the sky was clear. There was a little bit of a breeze, so you never really felt that hot. Now, I will say on Friday at Hollywood Studios, it did get kind of warm. There was a period of time there where I was like, I felt like my core temperature was up, and but we got in the shade, got us something to drink, and we were ready to go again. Sherry says it's hard. It's getting hard adjusting to the schedule, but I'm still loving my new job. That is awesome, Sherry. I am so glad. Well, we all prayed that God would put you in exactly the right job, and it just sounds like He has done that. And Monarch Moments, Garrett and family's in the house. And welcome home, Mickey Sightings. Thank you very much, Garrett. I appreciate that. We are glad to be home. Of course, today is like yesterday was hit the ground running with church and everything. But with us not doing evening services right now, it was nap time. And I took like a 4-hour nap yesterday afternoon. Susie, she didn't take a nap, but boy, I did. I crashed yesterday afternoon. And then today has been kind of unpacking and getting stuff moved around and trying to get the rest of our Christmas stuff up. And Lorena Zapata, good to see you in the chat tonight. And Disney Nerd Herders. Speaking of Disney Nerd Herders, we were able to hang out with them quite a bit on Thursday at Magic Kingdom, along with Walt and Melissa from Mouse Talk and Mr. Greg from Expedition Greg. So we had a great time hanging out on Thursday. Too bad we couldn't meet be with everybody on Friday. It just didn't work out with the way, as I said earlier, as a schedule. But we had a great time with Charlie and Stacy and their family. They're just an amazing family. It's really kind of neat. We've met twice now in the parks, and Disney Nerd Herders is probably one of the first families that we actually really kind of became to know, got to know on YouTube and really followed videos early on. Of course, Charlie going through all of his treatments kind of through that process. So it was really cool to be able to meet up with him again and spend more time than we were able to the first time. So it was awesome. And yes, it was a great time. We had a blast. And we also got to meet Lorraine, who is with Expedition Greg. And so that was awesome. So it was great to have Lorraine with us too. And so that was cool. We had a blast, and it was, we laughed so hard, and it was just great. We got stuck on the Haunted Mansion 3 times. But let me tell you, with Disney Nerd Herders in the house, so Stacy, if you're in the chat, did you see what happened? Did you see what happened on Saturday? Yes, the Skyliner shut down, and they had to evacuate them. That is why I am not getting on the Skyliner. It was so great meeting you too, Lorena. It was awesome. We had such a great time. Lorena, so we got to meet Lorena for the first time, and this is the first time we've met Walt and Melissa in person. We followed Mouse Talk, of course, as I said early on. It's kind of like a lot of us kind of got into the disc tube together in many ways, where, I mean, some have been doing it for a lot longer than we have, but we all kind of just started kind of being in each other's chats and meeting up with each other. It's just been really cool. And I've been trying to get a lot of pictures out. We have so many pictures. I appreciate Charlie and Walt for getting those pictures out on Instagram and texting me pictures. And also Lorena and Greg, I've got you guys pictures in my Disney account. So if any of you need pictures, they're on my Magic Band. So if you need them, I've got them. They were fantastic pictures. We didn't hear about the Skyliner shutdown. Glad it didn't. Oh, it did. It shut down Saturday night. They had to evacuate it, and somebody had to be taken to the hospital, probably because of like a panic attack or something, I'm sure. I think it was stopped for 20 minutes, and then they had to start unloading people, which of course you can only unload at one gondola at a time. So you can imagine how that process can take a while. They said it went a lot faster than the first time. Good. But nevertheless, I'd hate to know I was suspended in the air in a death box for that length of time. Lorena says, I've never gotten stuck in the Skyliner. That would be scary. It would be very scary. I'm telling you. So yeah, I seriously thought about getting on it Saturday. I was like, okay, we'll see. Ran out of time and didn't. Or no, that was Friday actually. Ran out of time and didn't. And but then Saturday it did its thing. But I think the worst part for me, if it stops, because I don't like being in enclosed spaces, and if it starts swinging, like if the wind's blowing, I'm toast. It's all over. No, Garrett, I cannot imagine getting stuck on. Honestly, I couldn't. Especially say if you got stuck going over Caribbean Beach Resort. That's 60 feet in the air. That's high. I'm a huge fan of Skyliner. I mean, I watched them building that thing. I mean, I have cheered it on. I've got the pins. I've got the Mickey and the gondola. I'm a huge fan of it. I love seeing it as a transportation system. It's just, I don't know. The first time it got hung up, I was like, that does it. And now it just did it again while I was there. And that is really kind of bizarre, because the first time it stuck, we had just left like that day. And the same thing happened here. We left Animal Kingdom on Saturday night, and within like an hour of us leaving, it stuck again. So maybe the Skyliner doesn't like me. Expedition Greg is in the house. Yeah, the wind would make it a horrible experience. Yes, it would. Oh boy, I'm just thinking bathroom issues. Yes, yeah. Oh, and Michelle, it's you. Yes, bathroom issues are not good. That would not be good at all, because fortunately at this point you're only on with your family, so you're not on with strangers like the first group that got stranded when it first opened. And they did have restroom issues, and hence the term defecation bag became a part of the Disney vernacular because of the bag that is inside the little first aid kit in the seat. So there you have it. So anyway, hey Charlie, good to see you. I was just thinking about bathroom. It would be, and so yeah, I'm just like, nope, no, thank you, can't, and not gonna. And Susie was like, she was like, we were so close to getting you on it. We were so close because I mean, I'm serious. On Friday, I was like, I think I'll do it. I'll just do the short run. It's not very high. I'll be okay. But I'll tell you what, if I were on that Caribbean beach run where it was like 62 feet in the air and got stuck there, and that thing started swinging, oh my goodness, I'd be probably one of those that'd be taken to the hospital. I'm not kidding you. I would. Oh man, I can't even tell you what would happen. I do not do well in situations like that. It was bad enough the other night on Haunted Mansion when it stopped because it wasn't breaking down. It was stopping because they had loaded. Once we got off the ride, you could see there was like a scooter and a wheelchair and a scooter back to back to back. So we went and stopped, went about 3 minutes and stopped, went about 4 minutes and stopped. But in Haunted Mansion, whenever you're coming out of the attic and it leads you completely backwards as you're going into the cemetery, as it was completely flat backwards, that's where we stopped. So Rebecca and I were flat on our back. We look like astronauts. And I'm thinking, this isn't too bad for a minute or two. But if you got really stuck on that thing in that position, I'd be crawling. I'd be trying to shimmy around. It's kind of funny because anytime they press those, I'll tell Becca, don't push that thing down. Don't push that thing too far down. And even like on Rise of the Resistance the other day, the cast member kind of gave me a weird look because I do not pull that strap real tight. I'm like, you know what? We're not going upside down. I want to be able to get out of this thing in the event of an emergency. All right. Oh, there's Stacy. She's in. She says, I love how you refer to it as a death box. It is a death box. Or what somebody say one time, what if the thing came unclipped and fell in the middle of the highway and it got hit by a Disney bus? No, I'm just kidding. No, the chat has gone extremely dark at this point. I would not let you get on the Caribbean Beach Run. No, Susie said she wouldn't let me get on the Caribbean Beach Run. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could be in that confined space for that length of time. I just don't. Air moving or not, I really don't. I will try the short run. I'll do it at some point. But yeah, I just don't think I could do that long run. I think it's just too much for my psyche. But anyway, so we had a great time. Thursday was amazing. It was we got in on Wednesday. It all started with Wednesday. Wednesday was a lot of fun. We got in our 3-hour trip to Walt Disney World turned into almost a 5-hour trip to Walt Disney World because there was a wreck on the southbound side of I-75, which we take I-75 down and then catch the turnpike and go straight into Orlando. But so we had to get off, and there were tons of people having to get off. They were detouring everybody because it was a bad wreck. It was multiple cars. So with all of that said, by the time we could get back into everything, it was like almost like a 5-hour trip. But we got to Disney Springs, which was really cool, and we met up with Tammy from Yammy's Adventure. Now, if you've probably remember Yammy, she was in the chat with us the other night, and she does a lot of the streams from the character warehouses, and she also does personal shopping. And she had picked up a snowman cap for me, and she had picked up one for Amy for AJC Magic TV. And Minnie says that with Susie driving all the way. Yep, Susie. We were in Susie's car, and so down we went. And yeah, poor Susie. She had to deal with all that traffic, and with me going, "Watch the brakes! Watch the brakes!" I'm not a very good passenger sometimes, y'all. But anyway, she did. She drove all the way. So we met up with Tammy and with her husband, and that was awesome. And we ate at City Works, and we have never eaten there. I had heard that the food there was really good, and it is. It is like it's kind of like bar food. I mean, it's like burgers and nachos, and they've got some other dishes and things like that. I had fish tacos, which were really good, but Susie got filet mignon sliders, and those were really, really good. And I understand they also serve those over at the Boathouse, and so she really liked those. And Lorena says she loves City Works. Yeah. we will definitely go back. That was very good. And we had a great time with them. And we did the Christmas tree trail at Disney Springs, which I'll be talking about that in just a little bit. But we did the Christmas tree trail, which was a lot of fun. I kind of have some mixed reviews. Now that I've done it, I have some mixed reviews about the way they've done it in the past versus the way they're doing it now. I was really excited with the fact that they had the trees scattered throughout the springs instead of just in that little small area, because if you were ever trying to get pictures, there were always people standing there and everybody trying to wait and get all the pictures. Well, I'll tell you, it wasn't much better this way for two reasons. One, there weren't as many trees. I think there were 10 trees. So a lot of the characters didn't get a tree. Like normally there are like 20 or 25 trees. So there were a lot less trees, but the trees were beautiful. I mean, don't get me wrong, the trees are beautiful. But where they put the trees, they put them in the planters. So they around the trees is the brick ledge. Guess where everybody is sitting so that they can take their mask off on the brick ledge. So trying to get a picture of the trees without people sitting all around them was really, really hard. But I did. I got a picture of all the trees. And so I'm going to be doing that as part of our Vlogmas videos, which I will be starting Vlogmas tomorrow. It was something I wanted to do last year. We weren't able to get it all put together in time, but this year we're going to do it. And so we're going to do, we'll do quick uploads. We'll do some live streams. We'll do different things over the course of this month. I would say we do something every day, but I'm not going to commit to that just in case, because it gets kind of weird sometimes, with scheduling. But we've got some video clips and things that we're going to share with you guys from our trip this time. We've got a couple of live stream ideas we're going to do. We're going to do some Christmas trivia streams and things. So we've got a lot that's going to be going on for Vlogmas. So one of our Vlogmas videos will be the Christmas tree trail. And we did the trail, and I did a lot of it by myself because Susie and Becca and Tammy and them, they were all trying to do a little bit of shopping and looking around. But let me see where my map went. This is the map. You see it says the Christmas tree stroll. I call it trail, but Christmas tree stroll 2020, which is really neat because there's a lot of discounts on the back of the map that you can use through the holiday season. There's a 10% off Blaze Pizza, Chicken Guy. There is a CityWorks coupon where you get a free appetizer with a $20 purchase. So that's really cool. Earl of Sandwich, House of Blues, Joffrey's, Paddlefish. You name it. Just almost every restaurant and some of the shops have a coupon on the back that you can use. And these are good through the whole Christmas season. So that's really cool. And then here is the actual map itself. And you put the little stickers as you're going through the stroll, and you put the little stickers and on. And I think there were like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, there were 12. There were 12 trees. I stand corrected. There were 12 trees, not 10. So, but it was a lot of fun. And so I got pictures of all of those, and I will be sharing that with you guys on a Vlogmas video. But I love doing stuff like that. We like doing the Easter egg hunts and the Remy hunts and all that kind of stuff. Even at Epcot, those are a lot of fun. So this is just kind of a neat addition to Disney Springs this year, doing the stroll with the Christmas trees. Let's see. Oh, Hitchhiking Bones is in the house. Good to see you guys. In for like number 10. Howdy, y'all. All right. Awesome. Good to see you guys. And, but we, shame on Garrett. But it's great to see Dawn. I actually have something for Dawn. This is mine. Dawn's is being packaged so that it can be shipped. But here is the Jingle Sipper. And I've got to say, the green ones have not gone as fast as the red ones. We did not get a red one last year. I don't know if they just didn't order very many, and because they ran out so fast. We couldn't even get people that were in the parks in time to get one. So the red ones disappeared quickly. But something they have done with the green ones this year, and that I think has caused some of that, is that you buy the sipper, but you have to buy a soda. So you buy the sipper, which is I think $16. I think that's right, $16 or $16.50, and then you have to buy a $5 soda. So you can't just get the sipper; you have to get a sipper and a soda. So that keeps people from going and buying 10 sippers because they also have to buy $50 worth of soda. So I think that's kind of helping keep the numbers down so that they don't sell so quickly. But you hear it jingle, and it lights up. It's got some great. It's got all kinds of colors. Some of them flash, but you can see it's really cool. And so I picked up one for Dawn. I got Dawn's. So Dawn, it will be headed your way in the next couple of days. I got to figure out a box big enough to put it in so it'll be protected. But this is a really nice sipper, and you see you can pull the little top up in there, and you close it up. But of course, we didn't put drink in it. It is definitely going to be used for a souvenir and for a Christmas decoration. So that was really cool. While we were at Disney Springs, we got that, which they're all there. I saw them at we were at Hollywood Studios. I saw them. They were everywhere at Animal Kingdom, and they were at Magic Kingdom. So there are plenty of those sippers around. If you're headed to the park and you want to get one of them, they're at the only place we didn't go was Epcot, but I know they have them there. We also got the Christmas tree for this year, which I think some of you guys, I think Dawn, I think they've gotten the Christmas tree. We got the green one last year, which just has Mickey holding a present. And this year it has Mickey and Minnie with the candy canes. And I love these. These are so cool. I'm hoping that next year they'll do a red one. That way they will have a green one, a white one, a red one. I'm sure they will. But I really like this. Another idea I thought was something like a big bell or maybe a sled or something like that next year would be kind of cool. So that was really neat. This is really cool. Of course, it lights up as well. It'll light up solid or it'll flash. But these are really, really neat. And another thing they had this year for pass holders was the Mickey Snow Globe sipper, which was really cool. I was able to get all of these at Disney Springs. They have it all there this year, which a lot of times they don't have the park merchandise like this at Disney Springs. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But they've got all of the holiday stuff out, which is really cool. So this is really neat. This is for pass holders. I had to show my annual pass in order to get it, but that's really cool. Becca did a great job putting the little snowflake stickers on it, but this is really neat. So I'll probably end up putting some those little fairy lights down in the bottom of it so that it'll light up. I think that'll make that look really, really cool. And then something I saw at Animal Kingdom, I think this might be left over from last year, but I had not seen it in any of the other parks, but they had it at Animal Kingdom, and there is the bulb, and it's like a koozie for like a can or a bottle. It's not really a cup. I mean, you could use it as a cup, but it's really designed to be a koozie. And so, but it looks like an ornament, as you can see. So I thought that was really cool. I picked that up, and I only saw this at Animal Kingdom. So I got that, and I think it was $12. Like I said, I think the sipper was $16 or $16.50, and same way with the popcorn bucket, I think was $16.50 as well. So, but that was really, as far as merchandise goes for Christmas, that's really what we were on the hunt for, were these things this year, because we just really like them. Another really neat souvenir that we get each year are the light up necklaces. Well, this year, got it. Well, if I can get it out of my cup over here, it fell in my pencil cup. They are light up candies. You can see. Isn't that cool? I don't know if you can see it very well, but they flash, or you can have them on quick flash, or you can have them on solid. Of course, you turn them off. These were only $10, and with our annual pass, they were only $8. So that wasn't bad at all. Which is kind of funny. You get your annual pass discount for this, but you don't get an annual pass discount for any of the other stuff. For the sipper or for the Christmas tree, they're all full price. But with the discount, these were only $8, and this is a really nice holiday, a nice Christmas souvenir for $8 from Walt Disney World, I gotta say. And you can see it has the little Mickeys on it. So, and like I said, they look like the old-fashioned candies. So that was really cool. They look really neat in the park. So I wore them around with all of our Christmas wear at Hollywood Studios. Loved being at Hollywood Studios on Friday. The vintage lighting there is just so cool. And you are most welcome, Dawn. Absolutely. Like I said, I'll be getting that to you in the next couple of days. I'll be going over to the post office tomorrow because I got a lot of stuff to mail. I've got some trivia prizes I've got to get out here. I've got some cards I got to send out. The Postal Service is going to love seeing me show up tomorrow. Hey, Jedi Balloon Master, Bax is in the house. It was so great to meet y'all. Oh, that was so cool that you guys got to meet. We just missed on with Hitchhiking Bones. They left about 2 days before we went down, but we will all meet up eventually. It may take a little bit of time, but we'll get it together. I got the one from last year. I hope my Disney outlet store has it. I hope so too. They probably will. I mean, I really look for a lot. I really look for a lot of the Christmas merchandise to go to the outlets this year. I really do. There's a bunch of it. You know my love for Chapek, right? You can tell. I mean, Disney has always been big on merchandising, of course, but you can tell that Chapek, his background with Disney is merchandising, because they are merchandising everything. It is just there is so much stuff that we found that we didn't see at Disney Springs, that we didn't even see at Magic Kingdom, that we saw at Animal Kingdom. And then we left, and now they keep releasing more stuff. So I have a feeling with the crowd levels that we're having right now, there's a lot of this stuff going to be left. I really hope that it'll go on sale, since now they're doing sales at Disney. The 2020 merchandise is now 70% off, and then you get 20% for annual pass holder. So Rebecca got one of those beautiful 2020 jackets for I think it was $16 is all we paid for it. Hey Frankie, sorry I'm late. That's all right. We're just chit chatting and talking. So you're good. But so I really expect a lot of it would not surprise me if they don't have a sale further in. It really wouldn't surprise me that maybe they don't do a 30% pass holder discount after Christmas. They're not going to do it, I don't think, before, but I look for it to happen maybe even before New Year's, maybe that week after Christmas. That's actually when we're going to be back down again. So I'm really hoping they do that 30%. But like I said, with the the crowds, they order this merchandise years in advance. A lot of this stuff is ordered 2 and 3 years ago. So the volume of the order was based on previous park attendance. So you've got this level of, you've got now what, 25, 35, say 50% park attendance with all of that merchandise. They're going to have a bunch of it left. So they're either going to send it to the outlet, or it's going to go, they're going to have a sale. Now that we see that they do that, they may do a BOGO type idea with Christmas stuff. You never know. So I hope that goes on sale. One of the things that I got, of course, the gingerbread cap. The only thing complaint I have is the ears don't stay up. See, we got to put something in it so their ears stay up. If anybody has a suggestion, let me know in the chat, because otherwise it just kind of looks like this all the time. But I love this. I love this gingerbread cap. So I wore it along with the red shirts that you saw in the pictures that said "Joy to the Worlds." Susie made those. She's amazing. And so we had our Christmas shirts, and Becca and Susie had their Christmas ears, and I had my Christmas hat. So we did our Christmas pictures, even though we have our masks on. Hey, it's 2020, right? Having a mask on your Christmas picture is no big deal. So those are some of the things that we got. Something else that I found at Disney Springs, and I found it at Magic Kingdom in the art store, was from Disneyland, and it's part of their 65th anniversary celebration. And it's a little reflective because my light's hitting it because of the box. But it's the partner statue, but it's from Wonderground. So I picked this up. A cast member said, "Have you seen the new partners?" And it had just come in the day before. I think it came in last week, he said. So it's only been out going on 2 weeks now, I guess. But this is really cool. And you guys look so. Oh, thank you, Monarch. I know that hat. That is so cool. Tape. Yep. And maybe, hey, Jim Apple, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. I completely lost control of the chat here. And so anyway, I love this. And if you were a fan of the partner statue, it's a unique take on the partner statue. I have not taken it out of the box yet. You know me, I take stuff out of the box because, hey, you know what? I can't enjoy it if it's stuck in a box. I'm sorry. I'm just that kind. People are like, oh, we've taken it out of the box, or you took away the box. I don't get the stuff to collect it, to sell it. I get it to keep it. I play with it. Let's see what it looks like. So you guys, I'm taking it out of the box for the very, very first time. Let's see. Oh, well, there we go. There. Now there won't be a glare on it. That's what it looks like. Isn't that cool? And of course, it says partners down in the bottom. So you can see it's quite big. How much was it? It was $29.99, and of course with a 20% annual pass holder discount. So this was one of my early Christmas presents that Susie and Becca got me. So anyway, take it out. We did. It's out. It is out of the box, and it'll come out of this thing too. Let me see. Let me take it out of here. All my Funko Pops. Garrett's so good about keeping his Funko Pops in their boxes. I keep all the boxes, but I keep them in a bag. That way I can look at the Funko Pops. Let me see if I got everything out. But I'm like a kid in a candy store when it comes to stuff like this. Okay. He's hung up on something. Okay, Walt. Come on, Mickey. You got to come out of here now. I might have to get Susie to see if I missed a strap or something on this thing. My goodness, I don't want to completely destroy the box to get it out. I may not be taking this one out right now. Let's see, I clipped all that. Oh, I see it. It's got one of those, I couldn't see it on the statue, but it's got one of those really heavy packing straps across the base. Oh my goodness, isn't this just a wonderful way to spend chat, watching me try to break it. My goodness. There. Mercy. All right. Free Walt and Mickey. There we go. There it is. Isn't that cool? So there it is, free from its box. Jim, you're in the hospital? Yes, it's hard to be in the Christmas spirit when you're in the hospital. That is for sure. Hope you're doing okay. I do too, Sherry. I got the partner statue ornament. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's back here somewhere. Yeah, it's right up here on the shelf here by the Mickey. You can probably see it under the big wooden Mickey there. Right up under there is my partner statue. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you feel better, Jim. We'll remember you in our prayers, man. I hate to hear that. I mean, if you don't want to share what's going on, that's perfectly okay. But, you know, if you want to let us know what's going on, but we definitely are praying for a speedy recovery for you, man. But, yep, so that's really cool. So that was one of our little kind of unexpected finds. And then the other thing was Walt. Each year I get the Walt Day pin, and this is this year's. It's kind of hard to see. I tried it before the stream and it showed up. There it is. And I know Frankie likes to collect these as well. And these pins, the Walt Day pins, actually have pictures of Walt Disney in them. And I have all of them that go back into the 80s. And I have all of them. I think I have about 20 of them so far. But this one has the it says Walt Disney Day 2020 on the bottom, and it has one of the spires from the castle, and it has Tinkerbell. But these are really great pins, and every time I put these on my bag, and I have a lot of people comment on, where did you get those pins that have Walt on them? And these are usually hard to find in the park. But I heard that they were going to be at the parks, but whenever I was at the Pin Traders is where I got the partner statue, the cast member said, did you see the new pin? Well, I had forgotten that they had released it. And so he took me around, and I picked that up as well. And it was $17.99 plus the 20% discount. But these are very heavy pins. That's actually a good price for that pin. It's well made. It's got a great gloss cover with Walt's picture on it, And it's just these are just fantastic. And I've got some of them that go back, and Walt, some of the pictures are from the 30s, some of them are from the 40s and the 50s. This looks like it's probably around 59, 60, somewhere in there. The picture that was taken there, I'd have to look it up to see, but it's a beautiful pen. And of course, these are all limited edition pens. And one of the things that they're really getting into right now at Disney are magnets. They do the patches. Well, now they're really getting into magnets. And this is the magnet for this year's theme. And it's Dashing Through the Snow. And it's all the characters. It has Mickey and it's Mickey and Minnie. It has Chip and Dale and Donald and Goofy. And they're on a train. And if you know our family, trains and Christmas go hand in hand, right? You can't have Christmas without trains. And so we love the new Christmas shirts, and we didn't get them. We're going to wait till our Christmas trip, but they the new shirts, the holiday shirts are beautiful. They're red, and they have that same scene on them. So for the time being, we got a refrigerator magnet, a magnet that we can put on our refrigerator in our kitchen. I need to see if I can get that pin. Yeah, Sherry, definitely. It is. They're like I said, we got this one at the pin trading spot at Disney Springs. Ray J, hey Ray J, good to see you tonight. Just stop by real quick, going to work soon. Oh man, you have a great day. Have a great day. Thank you for coming in tonight. Oh man, but I got you a Tinkerbell ornament. Tinkerbell, hey, you can't go wrong with Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell ornament is awesome. So anyway, great pin. They may be available on Shop Disney. You can check them out. They're doing free shipping site-wide for Cyber Monday, so you might want to check that out. Plus, they're doing some decent discounts on Shop Disney right now. I think they're doing up to like 40%, if memory serves. I know it's like 30%, depending on how much you spend. But that is really, really cool. So, and of course, we got an awesome, amazing Disney Nerd Herders pin. Yes, we got their button. So now we have our Disney Nerd Herders button, and we have our Myers and the Mouse button on our backpack. And we've just ordered our buttons. We got ours finally ordered. As a matter of fact, I ordered them while we were at Hollywood Studios eating a Ronto wrap. And so we ordered our buttons. So I'll be sending those out to you guys, so you can wear a little bit of Mickey sightings on your backpack when you go to Disney. But this is awesome. I love their card. Of course, Avery designed the card. It has the Joker on the front of it. So it was awesome. It's so cool meeting Avery and Sophie, because we didn't get to meet them the first time we met Charlie and Stacy, because the kids were back at the resort. But we were able to meet everybody this time, which was really cool. And what was even cooler is that we didn't get to eat together, but we also all of us were eating at the Liberty Tree Tavern on Thanksgiving. And that was amazing. The one thing that was a little off about it was that we actually didn't get to eat in the colonial era in the rooms there. We ate in the overflows, and Charlie and Stacy, they did as well. So we ate in the Diamond Horseshoe area, which we'd never been in there. So it was really kind of cool. So you're sitting in there and the player piano will start up. So, but then an amazing cast member he took us on a tour over on the other side into all the rooms. So we will definitely be doing that again. The food there was phenomenal. And I couldn't imagine a better place to eat Thanksgiving lunch than at the Liberty Tree Tavern. So that was pretty cool. Okay, so I've missed something here. Okay, so no, Sean, not me, not a fan of Oh, Sherry is not a fan of Tinkerbell. I have missed that somewhere. Okay, do not send Sherry Tinkerbell stuff. Okay, I wonder why. Why aren't you a fan of Tinkerbell? I like Sassy Tink, but not the nice Tinkerbell. So Frankie likes Sassy Tink, but not nice Tink. Okay, I like vintage Tinkerbell personally. I like her. Yeah. I like the fact that she has a little bit of sass. She's got a little bit of I like the fact that she's kind of can do both. Rachel loves Disney. Hey, Rachel, happy early birthday. Happy early birthday to Rachel. So good to see you. Yeah, and we did. We missed eating in the tavern. That was somewhat of a letdown, because we were so excited about eating there. This is the first time we've ever eaten there. And it being Thanksgiving, but we still got to go on a tour, and it was awesome. And the food was really, really good. So we really enjoyed that. And then, of course, like I said, we had a great time hanging out with Charlie and Stacy and Sophie and Avery, and then Walt and Melissa, and that was awesome. She tries to kill Wendy. Well, it was a little bit of rivalry, kind of like sibling rivalry in a way. Happy, but you know what? We all have to admit, a lot of Disney stories have dark parts, right? I mean, Pinocchio. Oh my gosh, we just watched Rebecca and I watched Pinocchio about a month ago, and she looks over at me. She goes, "Daddy, I didn't remember how dark this movie really was." I'm like, "Yeah, this is a really dark movie." I mean, because if you really kind of start reading into the storyline, it is pretty dark. I remember going to those shows in the in the 80s. I know, Sherry, I wish they would open that back up. That would be awesome. But at least we got to got to video the player piano playing. And so that was really cool. I mean, so we got to be in somewhere we've never been before, and then we got to go on a tour of the other side as well. So that was pretty cool. Wendy stole her man. Let's be honest. That's right. Wendy stole her man. That's what it was. It's nice being with you guys. Oh yeah, it was awesome. And Greg, then he and Lorraine came out. They were a little bit later because Greg, they had their Thanksgiving dinner. So it was the whole crew of us. I got a really neat video, about a 45-second video of Walt. He doesn't know I have this. Jamming he was sitting on the front of the boat when we were going through It's a Small World, and he's doing a dance to It's a Small World. Yeah, I caught him on video, so that will probably be a Vlogmas thing. But I can't help cry when I see her on the zip line. Oh wow, yeah. Oh, Sherry, when Tinkerbell comes down the zip line during the fireworks. Oh yeah, that is incredible right there. Got to go recharge my phone. Bye. Okay, bye, Michelle. You have a great night. I hate Dumbo because it's so dark. I like Dumbo, but it is also very dark. And of course, the live remake was really, really dark. But yeah, Dumbo was dark too. So you kind of have a little bit of that. I mean, even Bambi, right, has its moments. Snow White has its definite moments too. So a lot of these, when you think about these stories, are built on those old fairy tales, and some are built on legends and stuff like that. They have a lot of darkness to them because they were the definitive good versus evil stories, and we miss that today. We kind of today, we kind of mesh that, and we miss some of that. But those classic stories, you just can't beat them. What zip line? Oh, Dawn, the zip line she's talking about is that during the fireworks, of course they're not doing it right now, but Tinkerbell, when she runs down the zip line from Cinderella's castle at Magic Kingdom, that's the one she's talking about. The remake was a little weird for me. Yeah, the remake, I enjoyed the remake, honestly, because I did. I'll be the first to tell you I did. It's one of those things where in the Disney community, we're fickle. I mean, y'all know, I know how fickle Baptists can be. Disney people are more fickle than Baptists are. When they go to do a live remake, right? Okay, they're going to do a live remake. There's one school that wants it just like it is in the animation version, line by line. I don't change a thing. I want every character. I want every word. I want every song. And then you got another school that says, no, I don't want it to be word for word. I'm of the mindset that it doesn't matter. I like to see what they do with the story in the live action. I really enjoyed Aladdin. I enjoyed Aladdin a lot. Lion King, I know some of you guys didn't care for it. I absolutely loved Lion King. I loved it, loved it, loved it. The technology in it, to me, was just amazing. And I enjoy that too. So sometimes I'll forget about the storyline. I'll forget about all that other stuff. And I'll just start looking at the technology that they use. No zip. I get, yeah, exactly, Dawn. That is exactly right. I am sorry that you... Exactly right. No zip line, Tinkerbell flies. That is exactly right. That is right. Never mind, Dawn. No, Sean, she flies, right? She does. She flies. What exactly? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? I'm like, surely I know Dawn has to know what the zip line is, but hey, all right. No, she flies. She does not run it. Okay, gotcha. The Jungle Book was awesome. I really enjoyed that too. The animation in it, the the computer graphic image, the CGI in it was so cool too. Yeah, I enjoyed that. But Lorena says she loved Aladdin, has not seen Lion King. Watch Lion King. I think you'll like it. I think you will, Lorena. I think you'll like Lion King. Aladdin was a lot. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I know initially everybody was like, Will Smith. I think he owned it as Will Smith would own it. And I wanted the genie to be themselves and not Robin Williams. I think if the new genie had tried to be Robin Williams, it would have been an absolute train wreck. And it would have been suicidal on a cinematic standpoint, because there will only ever be one Robin Williams. You and I know that. Robin Williams was an amazing talent on so many levels that you and I got the privilege and honor to see in our lives. But yes, he did. He nailed the performance. He did. He owned it his own way. And I'm glad they let him have that artistic license to do that, because it was very Will Smith at times, but it was also very Genie at times. So, yep, I agree. Greg said he liked both. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I've liked all of the live remakes, every single one of them. I mean, you could pick at all of them and say different things about them, but overall, I've watched all of them, at least a couple times. So, I can't make it through the first 10 minutes. So now, is that the remake or the animation? I guess you're talking about Frankie the remake. You'll have to do it. Lorena says, I've even seen the Broadway performance 2 years ago. Oh, really? I bet that was awesome. I would love to see the Broadway show of Aladdin. That'd be cool. We've always wanted to see the Broadway show of Lion King. That would be amazing as well. There will never be another Broadway. Yeah, never again. Okay, so Frankie was talking about the live action. Yeah, and try it. You can do it. You can do it. I could definitely make it through the first 10 minutes. I thought it was pretty cool. I could live without any remakes. Well, and a lot of people can. I think all of us probably could live without remakes. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I like the remakes, but had they never been remakes, right? Who cares? What I don't like is the idea that they feel like they have to remake everything. We need more creativity. And of course, right now, essentially, Hollywood is shut down because of COVID. So there's not a whole lot of juices flowing there. But there needs to be some stuff to push the envelope. I have not seen Mulan. I really, be honest with you, I don't care to watch Mulan. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. I certainly wasn't going to pay extra to watch it. Would I've gone to the movie theater and seen it? Probably not, after watching the first review. And I don't usually put a lot of stock in reviews because I know a lot of people, when Lion King first came out, they didn't really like it. I absolutely loved it. So if I'd have based it on the reviews, I probably wouldn't have seen Lion King. But there's so much about Mulan that is not right. And not even going back to the story, it's one of those things that's like, why introduce characters, remove characters to only introduce characters that have no real relevancy in the story? And I guess that's what gets me with Mulan. And, Mulan internationally did great. I mean, it did. It pulled Disney out of a bit of the hole they were in. More power to them, but it's probably just not one that I would see. And Frank, I'm so excited about. I'm not. I'll watch it. I'll watch it when it comes out. Just not overly excited about it. Mulan is my second favorite. Well, if she's your second favorite princess, well then, my favorite princess, of course, is Tiana. A live remake of Princess and the Frog would be amazing, but my only thought is they'd probably take out Lewis and they would take out the frog. They'd probably take out the frogs and put a witch in there or something. I don't know. Like they did with Mulan. I mean, why the witch? Why? If you're going to take out, Mushu, you're going to take him out, and then you're going to put in a witch. Really? If you're going for believability, and the witch turns into a bird, I mean, if you're going to go with believability, keep Mushu in it. Why remove a character that's beloved by people in a story to replace it with another character that just doesn't even fit? I don't know. Hitchhiking Boat Dawn says Cinderella was the best remake. Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful remake. The cinematography in Cinderella, Dawn, was amazing. They stuck to the original with only a few additional details that really added story. I think they rushed the others with the exception of Beauty and the Beast. I agree. I totally agree with you, Dawn, on that. I do feel like a lot of the others were rushed. Mulan was definitely rushed. As a matter of fact, they kept having to reschedule shooting times. There was a lot of stuff that was scrapped. There was stuff that was kept that was originally going to be scrapped. Mulan it really ended up being like this hodgepodge because of timing. Beauty and the Beast, they were able to develop out a little bit more. I know Aladdin had timing issues as well. There's a few little story flow glitches in Aladdin, and a lot of that is because they were trying to get it out too quickly. That's the one I really like, Beauty and the Beast. So Lorena liked really Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I did too. I think Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, those early remakes that they did were the cinematography was really, really good. That's why I enjoyed Lion King, was because of the CGI in it. I eat that up. I mean, when they can make these animals, real animals, look like have these personalities, that's just amazing to me. She said, I dislike Beauty and the Beast, but Gaston was nice to look at. Frankie said, but no Bruno in Cinderella. Yeah, no Bruno in Cinderella. That's right. That's right. But yeah, that's the thing about the remakes is you put the money in it, put the time in it, kind of do that best of both worlds. Add some new, but keep the core. I think with Milan, they lost a lot of their core. And I think that's the reason why there has not been the American acceptance of Milan. It also didn't help that Disney, filmed this thing, just outside of this area where these concentration camps are. So it caused this whole political hoopla. I mean, whoever did the PR, whoever did that for Disney should have been let go. That should have been like, Donald Trump, like he used to say on the show, you're fired, right? Because there should never have been an association. And then Disney to recognize that region. Wow. It is just kind of crazy. Hey, Amy, AJC Magic TV is in the house. Amy, good to see you. And welcome into the chat. So, I agree. The remakes and stuff it just kind of depends on it. One of the other things I picked up on this trip, if you guys remember, we were just celebrating Pluto's birthday, his 90th birthday, and I picked up this really cool cup. Check out my Pluto cup. Isn't that cool? If you guys have not been watching the new Mickey shorts, The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, they released 2 more this past week, so they've released 4 of them so far. The third one is hilarious. It's called a hard pill to swallow, and it's Mickey trying to give Pluto his flea pill. You guys have got to watch it, because if you have ever tried to give your pet a flea pill, this story nails it. You will love this story. It is hilarious. But I love the Mickey shorts. I love all styles of Mickey. I go all the way back to Plain Crazy, move to the development of Steamboat Willie, and keep moving. And I just love the way he's changed. I love the way they've added things and removed things over time. I just think that's part of that creative edge. That's pretty amazing. So check it out. If you don't, it's like, oh, I don't really care for, watch that third one. Watch the one, Hard Pill to Swallow. If you have a pet, you can relate to that short, and you'll crack up. I know you will. You'll love it. And I know you guys have watched the new episode of The Mandalorian, right? No, Dawn has. Um, I guess most of you guys have. Sure, you collecting. I don't know if the rest of you guys watched it, but that was a phenomenal episode. Really, really good. I have enjoyed this season. I enjoyed the first season of Mandalorian, but I think I'm enjoying the second season better. Yes, Grogu. We now have a name for the child, which means that Disney's going to have to start remarketing him again, right? Now he's got, instead of calling him the child, now they'll have to put his name on everything. So those of you who went out and bought all the child stuff, now you're going to have to go out and buy all the Grogu stuff. And you know, some people were asking, do you like the name? It's okay. I mean, what are you going? What is his name going to be? I mean, what name would be great? You know, Yoda was awesome. I think some people thought maybe it would kind of sound like Yoda. I don't know, Grogu. It's all right. I don't know if I necessarily like it because it kind of to me sounds a little bit like Groot. The first time I ever heard it, I thought of Groot. And then I think there is another character. Isn't there another character in some other fandom that's named like Grogo or something? Anyway, it's really similar. So I don't know, you know. But anyway, it is what it is. And now he at least has a name. Osaka's my favorite star. Oh, she is awesome. And I like her in real life. Yep, she was amazing to watch. She is a little dark. I'm hearing a word from the back. Do what? What did Susie? Susie said something. Do what? Yes, she is a little dark, but you have to understand she has kind of been hardened over time. And plus, you remember she was Anakin's Padawan, so she saw that whole change. So I think that would affect you. That's just my personal opinion. Now, Dawn and some of the others in this chat are far more well-versed on this than I am. I am definitely not the expert. Hey, Griswold Family Vacay, so good to see you. Gizmo. Charlie said, Stacey said Gizmo was taken. Yeah, Gizmo was taken. Gizmo would be a cool name there, right? Yeah, I'm still not sure. You know, Grogu, yeah. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. It'll yeah, the voice from above. Exactly. I hear the voice from across the hall over there is like, yes, dear. Hey, we've been married going on 26 years now. I know when to answer, right? And Fred's in the house. Barefoot Adventures. Good to see you. I want to stop and pause and make sure you click the thumbs up button while you guys are here. I'd love for you guys to do that. And so we can get all the likes and get all the shares out that we can for this. So great to see you, Fred. And so the Mandalorian, great new episode there. Love the two new shorts with Mickey Mouse, The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse. I'm really enjoying those. Like I said, the third one of the four. These last two have been. I like the third and fourth was better than the first and second, but you'll definitely like the third one. 20 likes. Awesome. Wow. That is fantastic. Cool. So I love Pluto and I love Mickey and I love Pluto. And because we have a dog, Daisy, she's our Labrador retriever and she's kind of like my Pluto. And that's kind of how I kind of look at it with Mickey and Pluto is kind of like me and Daisy. And that's just kind of how it happens. That's how we roll here. But now, Dawn, will you guys be doing Mandalorian chat here in the near future? Or did I miss it? I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's schedules and mine too. But anyway, because you guys get serious and seriously deep conversation. I know that. Let's see, who did I watch today? Tracy Glenn. They did one today. He and Russ and yeah, they did one. So let me know, Dawn, if you guys are going to be doing a Mandalorian chat. I'm sure you guys will. But so I think that's Susie got a headband. Oh, let me show you Susie's Christmas headband. And I think that's about it. She got her Christmas headband. These are really cool. And she was very particular that she got ones that had very round and symmetrical ears. But each year, she and Becca, they get their Christmas ears. Now, Becca's Christmas ears 3 years ago went missing. We were at Magic Kingdom, and I don't know what happened. They never came home. We came home, but her ears did not. So I think that's about it. Now, news on the home front. Somebody had asked earlier. I'd have to go. So glad she doesn't cut the tag. Yeah, go back up here for just a second. Frankie said she was talking about the Happy Meal toys. Frankie said, I have duplicates of Minnie on Dinosaur and Mickey on Mission Space. I think Frankie keeps getting Mickey on Mission Space. I am building a set for Frankie right now. I told her I was going to. Of course, you remember they stopped selling them because of the error in the card. So I think we have them here now. So I should be able to catch back up on getting those. But I got Mike Wheeler his set. He got them, and Amy got her set. So that was good to know that they've received theirs. But they're still out and about. They're still out there. But so Frankie says I have like 5 of them. Right, you have 5 of them, but I think I've got the 5 that you don't. I'm going to get the 5 that you don't have because I think I can get those pretty easy here. Fred says I don't have to ride roller coasters. My channel the last 2 weeks have been so back and forth, so crazy. I know. Hey, ours is the same way. I was going to do a little Thanksgiving thing last Monday night, and our neighbor got sick, and we ended up helping her, and so we weren't able to stream. So we totally. And then it was trying to get ready for the trip, so we weren't able to get anything done last week. You have 5 of Mission Space alone. Good grief! I'll tell you. You remember I might have explained this, guys, to you. I was talking to someone at McDonald's when we were doing the Toy Story, building the RV. Some stores get boxes that have the mix of them, and some stores get a box of just the same one. So it sounds like what's happened, Frankie, on your end is that your McDonald's has gotten the box with just that one, because you shouldn't be getting just that one every time. Wow. I have sold the ones that I had extra because Amy didn't need the Goofy or Mike. They didn't need the Goofy. I sold mine on eBay. I ship them out tomorrow. People are scooping them up like crazy. And of course, these are the ones that had the error in them. So they may even be worth something now, which I never understood the error, because when I scanned all my cards, they worked just fine. And Mike Wheeler said his did too. But I guess it was if you typed in the address or something rather than scanned it, it came up with a weird internet error message or something. So anyway, now you get them, and my understanding is they're without the card, the game piece. So anyway, so that's probably what happened, Frankie, is your McDonald's are getting the boxes that only have the one type. And see, the one I've been getting ours from, they historically get the mixed boxes, yet the one in the other town on the other side of us, they a lot of times only get the single box, because when I've tried to get others, I would only get duplicates of the same thing. When Becca was little and we'd get a Happy Meal, it was always the same thing. Matter of fact, I was cleaning out some stuff today, and I found some Happy Meal toys still in the bags. One of them was from Sing. Do you guys remember Sing? It was one of the train pieces that they did for that. So Frankie said, yeah, there's no card. Yeah. But I assume that means they're going to continue doing the game, though, for the trip, because they had changed all of that information, because I think Frankie's the one that gave us that heads up the other night that they had actually changed the parameters. So Frankie needs 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you need 7 of them. I thought you only needed 5. Okay. Well, I think you texted that to me, so we should be good. Yeah, and Amy said that happens to her. That always happens to me, getting the same thing, and that's what it is. Some stores only they don't get the variety box, so you're stuck with it. No vacations for anyone. I only got 2 Goofy trains. I have 2 Goofy trains, and I have 2 of the Space Mountain I mean, yeah, not Space Mountain, but it's hello, what is it? Mission Space, and I sold a Mission Space and both of the Goofies, and so I got my money back a little bit. I think like $2 more, and then I paid shipping, because shipping right now on anything is ridiculous. I mean, it is crazy. It was like, what was it, almost $11, Amy, to ship those 9 to you the other day, and it was because it was funny because it was so funny because to ship the pieces from here to Amy, who you guys, where you all know where, I'm not going to say, but most of you guys know where she lives. It cost $10.20, I think it was, to ship. To ship them to Mike here in Florida was $10.50. And I told the lady at the post office, I said, that makes absolutely no sense, that it would be 30 cents more to ship them in state. And she said, it just kind of depends on what hub they go through. And great. Noah's in the house. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you tonight. And it is. So, when we go to ship them, know that the shipping, it costs almost as much to ship them. I think it was like 16 and change to buy them. And then it was $10 plus to ship them. So it costs almost as much to ship them as it does to buy them. Which is that's just crazy, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I weighed for Dawn. I weighed the Jingle Bell Sipper last night. It weighs 14 ounces. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I think what I'm going to try to do is see if the post office can use one of their prefabricated boxes, maybe, and it'll be a little bit cheaper shipping for you, because that's just ridiculous. I mean, I cannot believe how much it's costing. The Christmas tree stroll. Yes, it is a lot of fun, Dawn. We really enjoyed it. We'll have videos from that too. Jeffrey, good to see you. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We actually spent it at Magic Kingdom. We were able to meet Expedition Greg and Lorraine there, and we were able to meet Walt and Melissa with Mouse Talk, and Charlie and Stacy and Avery and Sophie from Disney Nerd Herder. So we had a great group of us hanging out at Magic Kingdom on Thanksgiving. Amy said it was better than me trying to get them or having to get all the food Happy Meals. That's for sure. You think about it, they sell them for what were they, $1.65 each is how much you can buy them for, or then you buy the whole Happy Meal, and then they get really expensive at that point. So yeah, it is cheaper to ship them. So I was glad I could do that for you, and I'm hoping that I can finish up Frankie's set as well. Yes, Amy has the whole set. Yep. Amy and Mike both had Goofy, but they didn't have the other 9, so I was able to get the other 9 for them. And then I was actually on my way home with Amy's set when Frankie said, I told Frankie, I said, why don't I just see if I can get you the rest of the set? Because evidently you guys, you'll, and don't go, like I said, I sold some of mine on eBay, my extras that you guys, you guys already have them. I made basically just enough to cut. I think I made $2, $3 maybe off of each of them, but a lot of people are selling them for ridiculously high prices. Sherry said, I'd love to get, I have, oh, no, I don't. I was going to say I have an extra engine. I don't. I sold I have 2 engines and I have 2 mission spaces, and I sold both engines and mission space. So I don't have that, but if I get, but Frankie has the engine. If I get an engine for you, I will, Sherry. I'll get you an engine if you want me to, because that's the first piece. And for those that are getting the cases in one at a time, they may not be getting those back. No, the only extra I have, like I said, is mission space. Let me double check, but I think that's it. Because I've got, let me see. Because I've got to get these shipped tomorrow. Yeah, because I have the Goofy engine, and there's the other Goofy engine, but both of those are sold. And then I sold 1 mission space, so all I have is an extra mission space at this point. But if I can get if I can get them to build me sets again over at our store, then I will have some extras. So I'll let you know about that, because it's easier for them to just build, because they build a set for me in like 5 minutes. It's easier for them to build a set than it is to try to pick out each individual thing. So we'll do that. Yeah, nothing can stop us now. That's exactly right. And you guys, I don't know if you can see it very well, but this shelf back here, that's all of our Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway merchandise there. Yep. Susie said, I said, "Ooh, I like the Christmas ornament." She said, "I think we got the Christmas ornament." I said, "No, I don't remember getting the Christmas ornament." She said, "Sean, I literally think we got everything they were selling at the thing that day." And she was right. We do have the Christmas ornament. I sure will, Jeffrey. I will tell them that you said hello. Okay. So Frankie has an extra engine. Okay, well, there you go. Amy said, "My nephew took my extra train." Your engine or your extra engine? Oh, okay, yeah. Your extra, yeah, because Amy had an extra train too. Because Amy's kind of in the same boat. She was getting trains, and Frankie was getting trains because that was the first piece. But then it was all these the Mission Space ones, which are just like, I'm seeing a lot of those. I don't know if they just made more of them or what. Greg says, "I hope they continue the Christmas tree stroll. It's way better than the Christmas tree trail." I like the stroll. I like the stroll a lot. I was saying earlier, whenever I started the chat, it was kind of, I'm a little mixed on it. The advantage to the trail was they had more trees. There were 12 trees in the stroll. There were more trees on the trail. Okay. And then, but it was hard, but you had to take pictures quickly on the trail because they're all together and people were standing around. The only issue, though, that I had on the stroll was that because they put them in planters, everybody was sitting on the brick there with their, if they wanted to eat or drink something. So it was hard to get pictures of the trees without people in them. So that was the only thing that was a little challenging about the stroll. So taking pictures on either the stroll or the trail turns out to be quite a challenge, actually. So Frankie says, "I only have one goofy train." Susie, get Sean his glasses. What? You mean my memory? Oh, do you remember McDonald's did Beanie Babies? Yes, I do. I remember when they did Beanie Babies. As a matter of fact, I think we probably have some of them, because that was about the time Rebecca was pretty little, and when some of them came through. So I'm sure we have some of those in some of her stuff. She's got a ton of Happy Meal. We're not huge McDonald's fans, but there for a while she really liked Happy Meals, so we'd get her a Happy Meal when we were traveling. So she's got quite a few of the little toys and things, and we got a lot of them still in wrappers because we got duplicates, right? And we just left them in the wrapper. Like I said, I found one from Sing today that's still in its wrapper. One of them was out of the wrapper, and one that was in the wrapper. But so I do, they did extend. I thought it was so bizarre that Disney had announced that they were going to end the holiday on December 30th. Well, they announced this past week that they were going to extend it one day to the 31st, because I thought it was really odd that they weren't going to continue the holiday through at least New Year's Eve. Normally they run into about the 12th of January. But this year it's kind of like, hey, 2020 is over. We're starting a brand new year. And, I'm really expecting there to be some things added in after January 1st. I really do. It was really neat seeing the pyrotechnics on the castle between the projection changes the other night. That was really cool. It really gives you an appreciation for what we don't have right now, because every time they would just push off. I put the video of ours of one of them on Instagram. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So it's just a few seconds, but everybody applauded. Everybody would stop and applaud. But one of the things that was really interesting about, I can tell you what, I'm going to read chat, and I got a little story to tell you. Frankie says, "Our town did a light drive-through, and they were giving kids goodie bags with donated toys. And in one of my daughter's bags was a Snow White McDonald's toy from '92 still in the bag." Oh, that is cool. Well, see, we've seen that too at church. When a lot of times when we do toy collections, it's amazing how many people have those Happy Meal toys that they're just a lot of them are still in their wrappers, and we've gotten several things like that. And of course, you guys know that Frankie uses her kids as cover, right? The toys are really for her. So Sherry says, I have Flounder and Sebastian ornaments from getting the gift certificate. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow. That is really neat. Garrett said, did you rip a toy out of some kid? Yes, yes. You know Frankie by now. She uses the kids as cover. The toys are for her. You guys know that. Yes, she even admitted it. She took it right out of their hand. So anyway, on Thursday, as I was talking about earlier with Magic Kingdom, is I was expecting there to be just this crazy crowd, and there just really wasn't. The crowd was amazing at Magic Kingdom. But what was really kind of spooky, it was eerie, I'm telling you guys, was that when the sun began to set and the projection started on the castle, the hub area was just deafening quiet. It was like so still. Nobody was talking. Nobody was crying. There weren't kids screaming. It was I looked over at Greg and Walt and Melissa and Charlie. Was like, this is almost spooky. I mean, listen how quiet it is. And we just stood there. We were taking pictures, and it was wild. Now, then when we went back to Fantasyland, it's busy and everybody's doing their thing, and we did pictures and we did rides, and then we were coming back, and as we came in through the castle, coming back out toward the hub, it got really quiet. It was really quiet still, and there was a gentleman and his wife. They were standing there, and I made a comment to I think maybe to Lorraine or Greg. I had said, "Listen, it's still so really quiet," and this guy looks at me and goes, "It's almost scary." And I said, it is. I said, there's always such energy, but all you could hear was the Christmas music. And so I'm hoping that in one of my videos, you'll literally hear that you only hear the music. You don't hear people talking. You don't hear kids screaming. It was really cool, and it was very different. So I thought, okay, maybe that was just then. So whenever I was watching Super Enthused, I was watching Jackie's video today from Thursday, because I was trying to see if we were in it, because we got to see her. She didn't see us. We saw her. Charlie, we tried to run her down, but she started running faster. So that's all right. She probably thought we were stalking her. Anyway, we didn't end up in her video, but I was checking to see if maybe we did, because I thought it'd be kind of cool. So anyway, we were... she made a comment about she's in front of the castle, and it's probably about 7:30, and she says it is really quiet here. And I thought, okay, so even she noticed how, and she said, this is really different from any Thanksgiving I've ever had at Magic Kingdom. And it was, because we've been at Magic Kingdom on Thanksgiving before. We've been there on 4th of July. We've been there on New Year's Eve. We've been on there New Year's Day. We've been there Christmas Eve. Never before. It's not Christmas Eve, but like the day after Christmas. And it's like, wow, it was just deafening. It was so quiet, but it was so cool. I have to admit, just to be able to stand in front of the castle and hear the Christmas music was just incredible. I know one of the things with Pam's fam, she always likes when we eat ice cream, which of course the ice cream shop is closed right now. So is Casey's; it's still closed. We like to eat in front of under the umbrellas there and just listen to the music on any given time, and it was seriously nice. Dawn says, "Sounds nice." Everyone was just enjoying the castle. They were just enjoying it. It was just a moment. Thank you for coming in, Amy. You have a great night, and thank you. Yeah, we did. We had a great trip. One of the other glitches that we had, though, I got to tell you, was on Rise of the Resistance. Susie got us a what do they call it? Not a reservation. What do they call it? A boarding pass. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm so glad they're in the back room helping my dialogue here. So Rebecca didn't want to go because last time we went on it the first time, and when it does the drop thing, it gave her a headache. So she's like, I don't want to do it. So Susie and I went on it. So we're there. We've got our boarding pass. We're standing in line. We're going through. And we get into the room where they have Ray, the pre-show, right? Nope. We walk straight through it. Okay. Then we walk out into the area where the shuttle is, right? Door shut. We walk past the shuttle. Okay. We walk through a hallway into the stormtrooper room. Really? Now, the rest of the ride, completely fine. Completely. As a matter of fact, we got to see a different side of it this time than we saw before. It was great. But, there was a family behind us, and it was their first time on the ride. And I'm like, why did they do that? Why did we skip the it was down, and Susie's oldest sister had just gone on it earlier, and it was fine. The whole thing. So, bummer. I'm glad that wasn't the first time we went on it, because I would have been seriously disappointed. But it was really bizarre to walk from the line into the stormtrooper room. But we got some selfies, and they were really rushing everybody through. But we're like, you know what? We didn't get pictures last time we were in here. We're getting pictures this time. So they're moving us right along, but we got pictures. But yeah, boarding pass. So that was kind of like, really? To walk down a hallway into the room with the stormtroopers. Yeah, that was bizarre. But anyway, had my Ronto wrap. I love those things. You guys know that. Had my Ronto wrap. So, hey, I was good. It's all I needed. So then we went over to Toy Story, and we had a great time at Toy Story Land. Love it over there. Rebecca and I went on the Alien Swirling Saucers 5 times, I think. Had an amazing magical experience on the Alien Swirling Saucers. One of the things I wanted to do for Vlogmas is I wanted she and I on it, because we had our Christmas shirts on. We had our Christmas stuff on, our hats and stuff. They're doing the Christmas segment now, so they'll do it with Christmas music. But it's only like every other time. Well, then it was like every third time. We got on it, and it wasn't the Christmas version. So we go around, we wait a little bit, we come back in, we ride it again. It wasn't the Christmas version. And we're like, oh, man, we missed the Christmas version again. So we come around, we ride it a third time, still is not the Christmas version. We're trying to give it, spacing it out to where maybe it will, but every time we get up and it's not the Christmas version. Well, as we're getting off, one of the cast members said, did you guys say you were waiting for the Christmas version? We were like, yeah, we wanted to video it with having our Christmas stuff on. They said, get back on a saucer and stay. The next one will not be a Christmas. The next one will, and you guys just stay on it as long as you want to. So it was so cool. We got to be on it for the Christmas one. So that'll be one of our Vlogmas videos. We had a blast. So like I said, we rode this thing 5 or 6 times. It was so much fun. So that was some cast member magic. And so we went at the guest services, of course, that night and turned their names in so that they would get some recognition, because that just really made the day just extra special to have them do that. So Frankie says, I hear everyone talking about that. Yes, it is very, very good. I personally think it is the best snack on Disney property, because it's like a pita bread with a sausage in it, and then it has meat. It's pork, because it's sliced pork. I love sliced pork, so it's sliced pork, and they have their own. It's like a coleslaw, but it has a little bit of a spice to it. And so anyway, the combination of all of it together to me is really, really good. I enjoy it. So I had my Ronto wrap. Then on Saturday, we were at Animal Kingdom, had a great time. We did 2 safaris, and the second safari, which was right before they closed the animal experience, which is really kind of bizarre. I'll get to that in a minute. We got to hear the lions roar again. Oh my gosh. And I videoed it. It was amazing to hear those lions roar again. The last time we were there, we did a later safari and we heard it, but this time it was even more intense. So that was really cool. But it was really kind of bizarre because they stopped doing any animal encounter at 5 o'clock, yet the park didn't close until 7. They used to run all the encounters, or 8. Yeah, 8. The park, that's right. The park didn't close until 8. So I don't know why they stopped the animal encounters at 5. They normally always ran them till just about closing time. So when you go, if you're going to be going in this new COVID environment, understand some things. There's going to be things that's not open that you're used to. And there also be careful of times. Things are closing early. The other night at Magic Kingdom, whenever we were kind of hungry. We had eaten lunch, but we were ready for like dinner or maybe like a heavy snack. Everything had shut down, and it was 6:30, and the park wasn't closing until 9. But by 6:30, almost everything had closed down food wise. So you really have to know going into it that things are very different than when you've gone before. Okay. That's like what we called it when we came back in July. We called it strange magic. Now we call it kind of even stranger magic, because you really have to, if you want to do something, you may want to go ahead and do it, because especially food, they're closing stuff down very, very, very early in some respects. Yeah, it is very delicious. Dawn says cast members are amazing. We did a lot of cast compliments on Walt Disney World today. Yes, absolutely. And Twitter, they follow. So Twitter is a great place to do the hashtag cast compliments. Okay. Sherry says, getting sleepy. Good night, everyone. Have a great night. Have a great day at work tomorrow. And totally love hearing the roar. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I was going to say Sherry's been up since early this morning. So go to sleep. But we're so glad you were able to hang out with us. So we had a great time at the safari. We got to see the projections on the Tree of Life. Love those. That is always really, really amazing. I didn't video any of it. I thought I'd do some of that when we go back. We're just kind of really enjoying the moment, That's one of the things I get caught up. We don't stream a lot from the parks anymore, because this is our time, and it just seems like it takes away from some of that. I videoed more this time than I did last time to do some Vlogmas stuff, but I don't even video a lot, guys. I'm terrible. I want to, and I'll have ideas, and I have a notepad where I have different things I want to do, but I just get so wrapped up in it. I would have to be down there for days to not just get caught up in so much of it, because when we go down for like 3 days, so you're trying to absorb as much of it as you can. But it was awesome. I do have sad news, though, for those of you who, like us, have been watching the Disney Animal Kingdom through National Geographic. If you guys remember one of the early episodes, Popcorn the Chicken, well, we went to the affection station to see Popcorn in person. Well, it turns out Popcorn passed away. Popcorn was still having problems with her digestive tract, and when they put her under to do the second upper GI, she never woke up from the anesthesia. So that's kind of sad. It was kind of sad news that they had to break it to us that Popcorn is in chicken heaven. So for those of you who know, and they said that they wanted to contact National Geographic and tell them to add to that episode a little thing at the end to rest in peace for Popcorn. So that was kind of sad. We were looking forward to seeing Popcorn, and we didn't. But we did see, as we were going on the train going back to Conservation Station to do an art project, which was really cool. We got to see the little baby rhino. Now, we only got to see like the back of his head and his butt, because he's still in the cage with his mama. He's not out on the savannah yet. So, but we did get to see the baby. He was so cute. Yeah, so that was cool, because that was on our list. But there were no zebras. We wanted to see the baby zebra, but there were no zebras out in the savannah this time. Neither safari. So that was really kind of bizarre. So, Garrett says, was it hard to do your sermon yesterday after your trip? Oh, no. I've gotten so used to that. As a matter of fact, it kind of like you just kind of hit the ground running. That's what Susie, she drives home, so it allows me time to just kind of not have to worry about that. We came home, got the car unloaded, came inside, pretty much went on to, we watched, this is sad, we watched The Mandalorian. You had to watch it, and then went to bed. But no, it went great. But I'll tell you, yesterday afternoon, I took a 4-hour nap. I crashed yesterday afternoon. So yeah, that's so sad. Popcorn didn't make it. No, and they said they had made a comment in the show that when they put birds under, that sometimes they don't respond well to anesthesia, and they said that she just didn't. So she didn't get hurt. She wasn't in any pain. She passed away during the procedure under anesthesia. So yeah, that was kind of sad. I'll be honest with you, we kind of teared up a little bit because we were really excited about seeing Popcorn because I wanted to feature her on a video. But we did get to meet some of the other animals. So having the affection station back open there at Conservation Station was really cool. We got to pet the goats and the sheep and the cow. We still cannot remember the name of the cow. Was it Gertie? Gertie. Was it Gertie? No, it wasn't Gertie. Anyway. Grace. No, it wasn't Grace either. But she was amazing because she's like the queen of the yard, She just watches everybody. And the alpaca her name is Tiana. So we also got to pet Tiana. Garrett says, haha, even got Grogu in there. Yeah, that's right. Got Grogu in there. That's right. We came on with, we got to watch The Mandalorian. And I'm glad we did. We were, because, when you get home, you're kind of like wired from the trip, being in traffic and on the road. So we kind of need to wind down. So nothing like winding down The Mandalorian. So anyway, it was a great trip. They're always so ridiculously quick. I mean, it's like you get there and it's like, okay, we want to do these things. We're going to take it easy. And then poof, which we were hopping on Thursday at Magic Kingdom because we had, meeting everybody. We were trying to get stuff in. We probably did Magic Kingdom a lot harder than we have in probably 5 years because we definitely take it slow and easy sometimes. But it was a great trip. We were getting the car coming home. We were like, my gosh, it seems like we just got here and now we're leaving. But it was really good seeing the Western Way, the entrance there painted, and they were working on the one over by the outlet store while we were there, painting it that new blue. So it's really neat to see some of the changes that are happening there. But definitely, I know you guys have heard it from others, but also hear it from me too. When you go, know that there are things that are closing early or they may not be available. Do a little bit of homework before you go. They are opening up. I guess it's in January. The Crystal Palace will be opening back up. I so hope that means that they're going to be opening Boma up and maybe do a family style dining there because Becca and I absolutely love Boma. Can't wait to go there. So I'm hoping that they'll open that up pretty soon. And Tusker House, hopefully they'll be able to open that up here soon. So I think maybe in January, especially with it looking like there may be a vaccine coming online in a couple weeks, maybe by Christmas or by New Year, that'll really help maybe Disney feel comfortable. Our Governor DeSantis today said, numbers are climbing, but there will be no restrictions. Schools will not be closing. They're not changing anything as far as restaurants are concerned. They're not changing anything as far as theme parks are concerned. So we just continue moving forward through it together. And but honestly, if you do your due diligence and be careful, you'll be okay. Yes, it's not like the bubonic plague, but it is a problem, and it has it can kill you. Unfortunately, we've had people that it has taken their life. But be very careful. I keep telling our church, wear your mask, hand sanitize. If you don't feel comfortable in a group where you are, don't stay there. I never felt at Disney this trip. As a matter of fact, I honestly felt less congestion this trip than I did in October. I'll be honest with you. There were not the crowds there. It was busy. Do not get me wrong. It was busy, but there were not the crowds I expected Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There were not. There were far more tight crowds when we were there in October for Becca's birthday. It was pretty awesome. But is it just great to go? Yes, it is. It is absolutely just great to go. And I can't say that enough. I am so glad that, I have there in the early days, especially had some issues with our governor and some of his decisions. I still wish our schools would do it. We're getting ready to go, back into brick and mortar full fledged after the Christmas break. I'm really not sure that's a great idea, but hey, it is what it is. But it's great just to be able to go. I ordered Kona coffee today because Joffrey's is having a sale. Oh, really? That's awesome. I love Kona coffee. It is very, very good. Um, Garrett says, I mean, tomorrow is promised. No, that's right. So it's not what we've lost, those past memories we have yet had at Disney, even more special. Yes, it does. And it does show you, what we have lost. It really does. And so I believe, and not just, Disney is for all of us part of something in our life, something near and dear to our families, and you miss it. But it has changed our church life dramatically. It's changed our social life dramatically. We used to go out with friends a lot. We don't do a lot of that anymore because we just don't feel comfortable going into a lot of restaurants right now. And in our area, it's the wild, wild west. There are no restrictions whatsoever. So, if you go to a restaurant, there's no one wearing any kind of a mask. Nothing. Servers, cook nothing. So you kind of have to adapt to that comfort level. So it definitely has changed the way we do a lot of things. So it does make you appreciate more of what we had. That's for sure. Just wear your mask and keep your distance. Yep. And you know what? When you don't feel comfortable somewhere, leave. That's what I tell people. Nobody has forced you to eat there. Nobody's forced you to go to Disney. Nobody's forced you to do it. Just don't go. Just don't go. Or if you go, know that there are things that you're going to have to do. One of the big issues we deal with here in North Florida is people not wanting to wear masks. They're taking away my rights. You know what? It's nothing to do with your rights. I wear my mask pretty much everywhere I go. So going to Disney doesn't change it much. Susie wears her mask most of the day at school. So going to Disney doesn't, we've gotten used to it. It's just become part of our lifestyle right now. It is what it is. Small businesses should stay open. I agree. And we have people in our church that are small business owners. They've got certain things implemented to watch out for their customers and themselves. There you go. Just don't shut it down. We have seen that shutting stuff down doesn't help. California is a prime example. Garrett and them are out there. They're shut down. New York shuts down. It doesn't help. It really does not. As a matter of fact, it seems to be worse because what happens is the less people are moving, the more, you think about, okay, well, if everybody's out and about, they're more exposed. Just the opposite. When people are together, confined in buildings and houses together, that's when this stuff spreads. But when people are outside in open air, okay, it's airborne, yeah. But when you're in open air, and especially sunlight, and you're out there, vitamin D, they have shown is a key link to whether you get this stuff or not. When you're out and about and doing, you're less apt to get it than if you're stuck inside. So these lockdowns, I'm sorry, they're not helping. They don't help. We saw that, and we're still seeing that. If people would just be responsible. The problem is you have so many who don't. And I keep telling people here, which our governor's not planning to lock anything down, but we don't know what's going to happen on a national level. We don't know what's getting ready to happen there in the next few weeks. But I keep telling everybody, if you'll just be careful now, then we don't have to worry about being locked down. But you know what? If you're not careful, then yeah, they could impose your rights and lock everything down. Let me go back to the chat because I know we've been talking about this now. Never take advantage of life again after this year. That is for sure. And life has to go on. It does. Absolutely it does. Just be careful. I told our church the first week of March, do our due diligence. And I keep telling them that. Just do your due diligence and we'll be all right. Think of all the new and old friends you got to meet at the park. Oh, yeah. I know. Exactly. Right? Exactly. I've heard people. Okay. I have heard people talk. Should you make this your first trip and then hold off till things get back to what it was? I think this. If you don't mind things being different, go. If this was my once in a lifetime trip, I would not go. No, I wouldn't. If I've been saving up to go and, this is like, hey, we're wanting to go this year. I don't know. I don't think I would go. Again, like Garrett says, you're not guaranteed tomorrow either. So, it's a toss up, but there's so much different, right? I don't know if I would go right now. If I was dumping thousands of dollars in, I just can't say that I would. But getting in, that's me. I can go. I can, we've got the flexibility to go at times. So, but some of the real magical stuff is just not there right now. But I'll tell you what is there. I noticed that I had a lot more cast interaction this month than I had in October. October was a really bizarre trip in some ways because the parks were very busy, and the cast members for us were very hesitant. But we didn't see it. It was kind of like back to, and without having a college program, you have a lot of more seasoned cast members. We saw a lot of blue tag. We're talking, legacy people, been with Disney for many, many years, working front line this time than we've seen before. So, you definitely see that difference. What if this is a new normal? And if it isn't, who is to say one's life even allows you to go in next year or the following? That's exactly right. This has to be your call. This whole thing has to be your call. Whatever you feel comfortable doing. I am not going to tell people not to go, but I would say, you know what? If you want a chance at maybe not go until fireworks is something you're looking for. Or if you're wanting the character interactions, if that's something it's important to you, then yeah, this would not be the time to go. Okay, my mom forgot to wear her mask, an honest mistake, and this lady gave her a dirty look, and I wanted to slap look off her face. Oh, we've had altercations with people. We actually had one of our sweet ladies that works at our Dollar General here. They wear their mask, but one day she was putting up stock, and she had pulled her mask down. And this woman came up to her, and she says, "What are you trying to do, kill everybody?" I mean, really? I mean, that's kind of nonsense. And I've really challenged our church right now to be nice because we have so many people right now just not being nice. Small businesses will stay open if we all comply to mask and social distancing. That's right, Garrett. Yep, they will. They will. Listen to this. We have zones now. Oh, it skipped on me. Let me go back. We have zones now. Some towns are in orange zones, which means all essential businesses must close. I saw that, Frankie. I'm going, really? At the end of the day, none of that is going to help. I really believe that because of what we have seen so far. I just came inside. My neighbors running a gym out of their garage for half of San Jose. Oh, wow. You know what? You guys in California are having to do what you got to do. It is crazy. Most people can just come in our zone to go shopping and eat in our restaurants. Huh. Well, but people aren't complying here. Well, people don't comply here either. Yammy is in the house. Hey, Tammy. I hope I haven't missed you. Okay, it's 4 minutes ago, so you're probably still here. It's so good to see Tammy with us tonight. Tammy, on Thursday, I forgot to tell you guys, she got sick. Her blood pressure, we had prayer for her at Magic Kingdom because after we had met up with her on Wednesday night, on Thursday for Thanksgiving, she ended up in the hospital with her blood pressure. So you guys continue lifting up Yammy in your prayers and check out her channel too. She's got a great channel. She does a lot of shopping, a lot of personal shopping for people, and she takes in all the character warehouses. So make sure you check out Yammy's Adventures. Garrett says the magic is the people and the theme is still there. Magic is not all the bells and whistles. It's the attitudes. Amen. That is exactly right. And I think that's why, to me, there was more magic this trip than the one before because seems to be, it wasn't really attitudes, but so many people had just been laid off. And it was almost like some of the cast members were like, am I next? And we are all people. So to say that wasn't really feeding into their psyche would be ridiculous. They did phenomenal and they've done phenomenal in all this. That's right. It is about attitude. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. There's an old sign that says attitude will determine your altitude. Garrett, just wait and go for the 50th so you can see me. That's right. We're all going to be there for the 50th. Somewhere. We may not always be at Magic Kingdom, but we're all going to be on property somewhere. So we're going to have a big meetup at Disney Springs or something for the 50th. That's for sure. Some of my best moments was watching Gabe smile on a 70-year-old dart ride for the first time or even hearing giggle. That's right. That is exactly right. We love that, Frank. Oh, I hope you're okay. Walking around Splash Mountain at night and hearing the sights and seeing people having fun when it's slower in the park, pushing Gabe in the stroller while he was asleep. Pure gold. Absolutely pure gold. And that's why, beside Garrett, you are one of the Disney dads. And I'll have to make an announcement about that, about the Disney dads. So Yammy's going to be there. I know we're going to be there. And Frankie's going to be there. And hopefully Monarch's going to be there. And I know all the Florida folks are going to be there. And I think Amy's planning to be there from AJC. So we should be able to have an amazing meetup, which is going to be awesome. And that's Becca's 13th birthday. The day Disney turns 50, Becca turns 13. Yay, Disney dads. That's exactly right. So we're going to make it an official thing to where we're going to celebrate our Disney dads and do some stuff together. So that'll be really cool. And Frankie is, oh, wrong side, a Disney mom. See, right there, Disney mom, just like Susie. There's Susie's Disney mom and my Disney dad. And I have this Disney dad cap because of my good friend Garrett in the chat. He got that cap from me, and he is awesome. Oh my, you'll have a teenager. Yes. 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 Yeah. Pray for me. Which we're 12 now. So it's coming. Woohoo. And I was telling her, oh, she just went, Dad. But Tammy, it was so good hanging out with you the other night. We just had the best time. Expedition Greg says, an amazing mom at Just Another Disney Nerd. Yes, she is. We've got amazing Disney moms, and we have amazing Disney dads. And we have amazing Disney uncles and aunts and friends, and it's just an awesome community, right? Well, I think I'm about done. I have chatted. I've shown you guys stuff. We've shared our opinions. We've laughed together. We've almost cried together. We have had a really, really good time. Starting tomorrow will be Vlogmas. Let me show you guys my little intro video that I put together for Vlogmas. So I hope you can hear it. It says it mutes the mic. I don't know if that means my mic or what. So tell me if you can hear it. But check out my little Vlogmas intro video. What do you guys think? Did it work? Could you see it? Could you hear it? What do you think? So that will be our little intro coming into all of the stuff that we've put together for Vlogmas. So we'll be doing stuff almost every day. Like I said, we'll do a live stream, or we'll be doing a or uploads. I really think that we're probably going to do some live streaming of us decorating one of our Christmas trees. We've got a Christmas tree that has a lot of our ornaments that have stories to them, and we would like to share some of our stories with you. Last Christmas with our church, I preached a message for Christmas called Every Tree Tells a Story. And I had everybody bring an ornament to put on a Christmas tree at our church. And I videoed them telling a story about that ornament. And it was so cool hearing some of those stories. And so we're going to be doing that again this year. And I'm hoping, I want to do that for our Mickey Sightings channel, is that we can share our ornament stories together. So we're probably going to do a stream of us decorating we do 4 trees, but decorating we have our Disney tree, of course, which we will probably do a stream of decorating that, but definitely being able to do a stream of us decorating our family tree with some of the stories. So did you see it? Oh, it said play it again. All right, here to go. Let's see if you like. Okay, let me play it one more time. So there it is. So when you guys see that, it's our clue that it is Vlogmas. All right. Well, I think I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. We've had a great chat. I just love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for supporting our channel. Check out all the great channels that are in here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for our moderators. I don't know if anybody jumped in tonight or did anything. You guys take care of all that stuff. I don't have to worry about it. You all are amazing. I can't wait to meet up with all you in the parks. We will be getting our buttons in, which means we're going to be sending out buttons to you guys so that you can put those on your backpack, so that you can always know that when you're out at Disney or you're out and about, that you're always that Mickey Sightings is always with you. Did you do that, Sean, or Becca or Susie? I did it, Garrett. I did it. So you guys have a great night. And thank you for hanging out. Thank you for supporting our channel. Please don't forget to click the like button on your way out. Share out the stream if you can. Let your friends know about Mickey Sightings. Make sure you ring that notification bell, especially with us doing our Vlogmas videos. I don't want you to miss a thing over the course of the next few days. Well, I should say next several days. So you guys have a great night. Never lose sight of this one thing, that it was all started by a mouse, and we will see you real soon. Have a great night, guys. Love you, and God bless.